Kakenuke Forward to our sparking youth. Blooming youth go out all, can a young straight man be softened by love? Preface. School style, youth and low-value keywords that may be put into the current game. If there are too many repetitive words in the low work, it is easy to be lost in the market. It is not unfamiliar to players who often play the sweet games, but have you ever played a youth gal game with the theme of the softening given to the straight man in the early stage? It just happens to the fan use blooming youth go out. Its own work with a relatively appropriate sweetness and setting. After playing it, it really feels full of cuteness. I will share it with everyone. Speaking of youth, there are definitely many beautiful girls' love stories. From the title and the game cover, it can be said that Blooming Youth Go All Out is definitely a campus story about a brilliant youth. Therefore, the protagonists of this film are basically enjoying their youth, chasing each other, and then the male protagonist gradually gets better and finally looking back on the past without the regrets. Experience the process. So please pursue the unique happiness with all your strength in the most precious time. I personally think that Kaido-senpai is also kind of existence with a very high contrast cuteness. When she appears, she has a steel girl stowing against the wall and warning the male protagonist not to get close to her sister, otherwise she would be into trouble. She is a cool girl persona of a big sister plus sports girl, but she is also very cute but self-destructing track. A little sweet talk can resist the character building. It's agreed that we will promote her in the next line. Of course, it's even better if there are embarrassing swimsuit incidents in the plot. There is also the model who feeds her at her home every day. Not only does she always imagine whether her brother has been defiled by other women, but the other part urges the still old straight brother who only wants to make money desperately to find a girlfriend. Who doesn't like such a sister? Of course, if I have to pick a beautiful girl strategy, my favorite character is still the girl who is straightforward and enthusiastic like other similar girl games, and has a little bit of the big fool attributes class leader customer Riri. At first, it was because she called me master all the time. Later, I was really attracted by innocent personality. When she was grabbing dolls, I also learned from many situations that she was a stupid lady. Damn, I like her more. Why don't you recommend the red-haired childhood sweetheart? I don't like this kind of female ghost who doesn't understand romance. The young, pig-headed, steel straight man will also be softened by the magic love. Although the titles of this work can be called Blooming Out Go Forward with all your strength, the theme of this work is also strives to reflect the various romances and touches of youth, but for the reaction of protagonists, the old guys who see this work for the first time and rush into the wall and eat candy may complain from time to time about the male protagonist who worships money as God, money is God, and say, brother Brush, how can you really a still straight man untainted by the six dusts? Where did you get it from me? Where the candy you want? I think it's also a preparation for a sudden awakening like her, that you can devote all your precious youth to the part-time work. After all, there will be plenty of time in the future, Bushi. It's also important to play with beautiful girls, cultivate low values, and enjoy your youth. I believe that many bodies who encounter love traps or other things in the middle school can also experience this feeling, similar to, okay, I will study hard next and get into the good university. The love and affection in the world will not touch me at all. After going through the long daily life in the still protagonist and gradually entering the low line, the player may really usher in the sweetest, so it is more appropriate to interpret the definition of youth in the blooming, youth go out all. From this perspective, youth is not a dark gray. While shouldering the heavy responsibility of the family, you also need to paint your world into the peach color through the romantic interpersonal relationships. I feel that it can also be reflected of a group of people who have suddenly awakened from the muddled daily life. I think friends who have had similar experience may feel deeply touched after reading this, so this is probably the reason why this game spent a lot of time and effort in shaping the protagonist as self-reliance and self-improvement in the early stage, ignoring their personal relationships. About the good system page. Like HF's previous works, Blooming Youth Go Forward is also very comprehensive in terms of system. Most of the detailed settings include a front type, Window background, screen special effects are recovered. In addition to the basic screen, text, voice, and system window, etc., the game settings is natural that the game also has 1920x 1080p high definition quality and even has 4 versions of simplified traditional Japanese and English and various character driving stories. The sugar flow will be sweeter. Blooming Youth Go Out is such a work. When advancing players will be fully immersed in the unique level Harvest of Youth. When players finish the game and look back, they will realize that the passing youth is so precious. It is recommended to players who are interested in the theme of youth and love and come to play.